What's going on, everyone? We find ourselves here in 2024. And what a better way to start it off with than, should do it over here, a brand new tier list of the hunter skins. Since the last one went over so well, a few months back, a while ago, we're going to do a brand new one because there's a piss ton more in the game. And I've missed a lot. When I missed like 5, I think, when I initially did the other one. And if you guys did watch the other one, it's going to follow the same thing. So this is a tier list of the Intimidation. How intimidating does it feel when you go against these hunters? Don't take it as a how scary, ooh, spooky, frightened. It's just, man, am I going to have a good time against this guy or a hard time? The format's a little different because I cannot download all the JPEGs and the PNGs of all the different hunters and put them in a website and crop all the pictures. I don't have that kind of time. So we're going to go straight from here. If I remember in editing, because I'm a one-man band, if I remember in editing, I'll try to put the over here, keep forgetting, over here, I'll put the letter from F tier to S tier, do a big stamp. So let's get on with it, I suppose. Again, this follows not the scary, but how intimidated you are. The Devil's Advocate, we've done this guy before. Devil's Advocate was a very starter-friendly skin. Not really starter-friendly, but like, you kind of played around the Winter Solstice event, but you didn't really pick the skin after that. But when I go against the Devil's Advocate, it's a very hit or miss skin. Either a really good player has it, or a very not so good player has it. So I'm gonna put the Devil's Advocate right in the middle and put him as a C. The Beekeeper, one of the more brand new skins I have not even seen in the game. I don't think I've seen a single Beekeeper. Really quickly, so you guys can see this, I'm level 33, almost 34. Whoops. Yeah, 33, almost 34. And I have not seen him. So it's kind of hard to say. Is it a cool skin? Reminds me of the Wicker Man, but I like the honeycombs on his back. But again, I can't, unfortunately for this guy, I can't say anything. Aww. The Skin Flint. I feel like the Skin Flint is a very niche. It's for people that want to meme, and I'm sorry if I look over here. It's just my webcam is up here, but the monitoring rate is over here. OBS is over here, so I'm looking at that. The Skin Flint, however, it's a decent skin. You see his hat over top of things. I don't think I've ever gone against it. I think it's a cool skin, but so far, I have not gone against it, I don't think. So intimidating, I mean, I think it's like a D tier. Cool skin. I would rock it if I had it. But yeah, I think I'm going D. Skinflint D tier. Santa Claus. You can say it's a coal bear all you want, but this is Santa Claus right here, boy. I mean, it says it right here too. North Pole shifted to match and all that stuff. But anyways, coal bear is I feel like is like a traditional, almost a traditional mountain man type of skin. I've gone against it quite a few times already. I think it's more like a Mimi skin, but it's pretty easy to hit because it feels like the very top half of the body is like thick, so feels like it's an easy, like comparatively to like the Beekeeper, like it has like a lot less clothing around and stuff, and he's like wide in the chest. Anyways, I think he is a D tier. I'm not saying that's what this skin's like a tier to me, but it's a D tier on the Intimidation tier list. So Santa Claus, you get a D. The Drowned Kid, I feel like this was a bit of a cop-out by Crytek. It's just the kid, but dead. I haven't gotten I have not gone against it. I don't ever even really go against the regular kid skin. The kid skin's kind of like a tier 3 hunter anyways. But I like the skin. But the undead one, I have not gone against it. But if we're talking intimidation, that's a D. Same with the regular kid. Once we get to the regular kid, if I can remember, I'm going to say it's a D. And it's going to be down there. So, drowned kid, regular kid, y'all get a D. Drowned rat. I don't think I've gone against it. And if I have gone against it, I didn't even notice it. F. F tier. I mean, I don't even think it's a good skin either. I think it's like an F as like a cool skin and an F as intimidation. Typically, I mean, like I said, if I even gone against it, I don't even know. I don't even know if I did or not. So, yeah, you get an F. Sorry. Captain Lafitte. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know if it's Lafitte. Lafitte? I say Lafitte. Or Lafitte. I don't know. I don't even know. It's whatever comes to mind. I say the captain. But the captain skin, have not even gone against this yet. I feel like it's like a brand new... With with skins that are brand new, it sucks to say this, but like with skins that are brand new, it is very like hard to not give them Fs and Ds because even new players use them, and that kind of sets like a bias towards the skin, which is unfortunate. But yeah, this is one of those like D. I think this is a strong D. It's not intimidating. In my opinion, it's not really cool. It goes of course with the Tide of Shadows, the whole tide thing we've got going on right now. But it's in terms of intimidating, I think I've gone against. Like I said, I don't really know if I've even gone against it or if I have. My brothers used it, but yeah, I don't think it's anything crazy. I think it's a D. Maybe an F. Maybe an F. Again, I have to go against some more. Scourge, Midian, and Morrigan. These boys. Pretty sick. It's weird. Morrigan, I feel like more newer players, if they do pick this up, they play the Morrigan skin, and higher tier players play Midian. Midian, going against it, this is like an A tier intimidating skin. If it's a Midian on the other side, I'm like, oh frick. Like this guy has no problem wearing a red mask and making that noticeable for him to get OHKO'd. But yeah, Morrigan, from Morrigan, that's a B tier. It's not the best, it's not the worst. The wheel is kind of dumb. I mean, I'm not here to rate the skins in that type of sense, but this wheel's kind of dumb. I get it, they're like birds and they like shiny objects. That's just a little overboard. Because there's still humans underneath that. But yeah, Midian is an A tier, and Morgan, I would say B. Yeah. B for Morgan, A for Midian. The Scarecrow. I want this skin, I do. I do want this skin, but 1,500 is very steep. Because if we're looking at this, I mean, you want me to pay over, let's say like, what, 16 bucks? Let's say I don't have any blood bonds, you want me to pay $16, half the price of this game. Oh, my cat, man. My cat's screwing me up. Half the price of this game for one skin with no weapon skins and stuff. It's a little greedy, in my opinion. It's a little greedy, but it is a really cool skin. Intimidation, I would say it's like a B. I would run this a lot if I had it. My brothers run it a lot. But I don't think I've really gone against it, to be honest. It's weird, like these newer skins that have come out, I don't think I really go against them. Besides the Devil's Advocate, I go against that all the time. So, if I had to go against it, it kind of depends, because like I said, a lot of bias in a lot of this comes from whether or not the players I'm going against is good or not. And if I don't have like a large pool to kind of like get the information from, I can't really say anything about it. But I mean, it's a cool skin, but in the fact of in Intimidation, we're gonna have to go like C, because I don't really know, but it does look like a good skin higher level players would play. The Waldman, this is a D. It only saves itself from an F because I do see 5, 6 stars playing this. For some weird reason, a lot of 5-star, 6-star players play like really off the wall type skins, like Black Coat. But yeah, this is a D. I can see this in the hands of 5 and 6 stars though. It's a D. Ironbark. I don't think I've gone against it. Not at all. I don't think I've ever gone against it. I mean, I don't know if I said this in my last tier list, if it was even in there, but I don't think I've gone against it one time. But it looks goofy. Guy's got bark on his face. He looks like a tier 3 hunter, the tier 3 hunter that has like the ghillie on his back and stuff. This is going to be a D. I mean, the only saving grace is that it's like kind of cool looking. I mean, goofy, I should say. I like goofy skins, so like this is just as a D tier, I guess. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh man, this is going to be a hard gunfight or anything like that, but I'm going to be more so like, oh man, this guy's running an Ironbark. This is going to be, it's going to be interesting. That's more so what it is. Moorhound, F. Bad skin. Friggin' bad skin, and I feel like he's just dopey. He's wearing a mask with a hood with a hat. Just F. It's an F. On looks and Intimidation. I know looks doesn't play a factor in this tier list, but it's just my little 2 cents. It's an F. The Moiko. So, this skin is amazing. I love it to death. Of course, I don't have it, but I love it to death. The Moiko is very new player friendly. I guess a lot of new players get this, and I have a lot of clips and videos where the Moiko is a very 50-50 skin. And it's either, again, in a really newer player's hands. I don't want to say a bad hunter or bad player's hands. I'm not trying to say that, but they're not as good. And then I do see it in people's hands that are freaking really, really good, and they play out of their off the wall in hunt. So it's really hard. So the Intimidation is not really intimidating, but it's more like, how is this fight going to play out? Am I going to just catch them off guard, or am I just going to walk all over them? So the Moiko, unfortunately, has to be put in a C. It's just, it's flat C. In terms of looks, yeah, that's an S. I think this is an amazing skin. It's an S tier. But we're not doing that. We're doing Intimidation. Intimidating, C. The Moiko is a C. The Hornback. The Hornback, I'm not even a fan of this skin. I don't even know if people play it anymore. When it was brand new, everyone was, not everyone, but it was ran a lot. This thing is like, I don't know, it's like a D. It's really, really, it's a D. It's like the reptiles. If you didn't get the reptile skin, this is what you have instead. It's very like, it's a very laid back type of skin. People not necessarily like hiding and camping in bushes, but they are taking their time, and they are typically, but not all the time, playing scopes. So it's like it's a D. I mean, I don't think I've ever played against somebody that was like, it was an interesting fight or a hard fight or anything like that. It's definitely a D. There's a lot of D's in this tier list. I'm sorry. But the only reason why it's a D is because, again, it's typically with players with scopes. So it's like, it's not like a hard fight or interesting, but it's like, dang, I gotta get close and like keep my eye on them, or else they're just gonna stay in a bush or stay in a corner and kind of keep picking me off. Wormbite. This is a cool skin. Should not be 1,000 blood bonds. But it's cool. I love it. This is like a gravedigger skin, and nobody plays it. I've not been able to go against it. This is another like NA. Aww. Unfortunately, I've never gone against the Wormbite. I don't know. I think people just don't want to pay the 1,000 for this, so they pay 1,000 or save up for something else. But yeah, really cool skin. Should not be 1,000. But we have an NA. Sorry, that sucks to hear, but I know it's an NA. F. F tier. F on the tier list. Off rip. I'm sure everybody knows why. The white top, pale white skin, like almost whitish. I know it's tan, but like she's a very bright skin, easy to see. She's like a white shirt hunter. I feel like a lot of people buy this DLC for the slate skin, but she is an F. I mean, when I go against her, I feel like it's an easy fight every single time. Oh, it's the Beatata. Easy win. F. Scaramuccia, or Scaramuccia. I say Scaramuccia. It's a really cool skin. I like the skin. I think it's cool. But it's a C. People that run this skin is not necessarily like a meme skin, but I feel like the face thing, the whole face, obviously, that they got going on, represents how they feel about when playing Hunt Showdown. Like it's a joke. Like, they're gonna run on you. They're gonna be pushing hard, and they don't really mind if there's gonna be traps and doors and stuff. They open doors and just jump, and they're in there fighting like balls to the wall. Actually, I'll put this as a B. I don't know if I said it was a C or not, but I'm putting this as a B. I think this might be our first B. No, I think it's our second B. Yeah. Scaramuccia goes into the B. Luz Mala. Luz Mala, other than the whole FPS drop when you use her for some dumb reason, I feel like this is it's an A on the Intimidation. When any time there's a call out, oh, it's a Luz Mala. Oh, this is gonna be a hard one, boys. Buckle up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this one is going to be a rough one. It's probably pronounced Luzmala, but I say Luz Mala. Yeah, everyone that plays Luz Mala is freaking fantastic. They're again, when I hear a Luz Mala, I'm like, God dang, it's gonna be rough. I mean, it's probably an S, to be honest. Like, thinking about it more, give her. I mean, there's some moments when newer players pick it up. My cat, I'm so sorry. I keep looking over at my cat. There's some moments when newer players pick it up and they play with it for maybe camo reasons or whatever. But I mean, just going against this thing anytime someone plays Luz Mala. Yeah, first S. This is an S tier intimidation. It's always going to be a rough fight to me. Like seldom is it easy. It's usually a rough fight. First S tier, Luz Mala. Persia, Dawn and Dusk. I've never seen anyone run Dusk. I've only ever seen Dawn. Crazy, I know. But, so unfortunately, Persia Dusk, you get an NA. Aww. Off rip. I've not gone against a single Persia Dusk. I think it would be cool, but I've not gone against a single one. Persia Dawn, though, I've gone against like a handful, maybe 5. It's a cool skin. It really is. And the fact that you get like 2 for, you know, whatever DLC it is, that's really cool. But I see why people would use the Persia Dawn. It's a white, though. It's a white skin, so it's hard to like justify using it. Intimidation, though, I mean, it's like a C. Typically, if you run something besides Beatata, if you run like Dawn, you have a lot of faith that you're going to be doing very, very good because of how easy you are to spot. It's kind of like running the zombie skin. We'll get to that later. So Persia, Dawn, you're a C. You're neither like it's neither like super intimidating, but it's not intimidating because of how easy it is to see. It's in a tough spot. Really cool skin though. So Persia Dawn, you're in a C. The Concubine. So although this looks like it doesn't look like a free hunter skin. It's got a little bit more than a free hunter skin. This is actually like a B. It's crazy. What I was saying about like high tier players playing the weird off the wall skins, Concubine is also one of them. There's nothing to it. It's just very, very basic. But for some reason, like it gets popped up. And when I see a Concubine player, it's typically like not a crazy rough fight. It's not like a hard fight. It's not interesting. It's more like it's drawn out. It's a drawn out fight. They're typically using like long ammo or shotguns. So yeah, Concubine, you get a B. I don't know if I've already said that, but you get a B. The Reaper. I see this almost every single time I jump on. At least twice a night. At least twice a night. Reaper, it is not a hard... it's a D. It is a D when it comes to... intimidation. And I'll tell you something crazy about this. The players that typically play Reaper are players that are on a duo or a trio, and they're not necessarily getting the kills, but they're in positions to always tag you, and their buddy gets the kill on you. That's pretty much what it is. It's like almost like a support role, right? They're getting the tags and the buddy's getting the kill. And that's what happens with the Reaper a lot. Typically, when I see a Reaper, I'm like, okay, this guy is not going to necessarily kill me, but he's going to add a lot of pressure, and he'll be running for a revive. As soon as a body goes down, he's running for a revive. His face makes him very easy to see, and keep headshots going. But it's a D. It's not intimidating at all. I'm not one for like skull skins like that, like edgy skins. I guess I could see why people would like it. You're kind of like it's like one of those old Grim Reaper type I mean, obviously the name Reaper, but it's like, if you look at like a Grim Reaper on Google Images or something, and it's like the black, like death with a scythe comes in with the whole black cloak with the white face. I get it, but it's a D. Penitent. This guy's a B. He is a strong B. He is, when I know a penitent, when I see a penitent, I'm like, oh boy, there's another one of them boys, I tell you what. getting dirty in the bayou. Yeah, I think the penitent is a strong contender for the B category. What do you say about him? Typically shotguns or crossbow. Like, he's typically shotgun or shot bolts. Shotgun or shot bolts. I don't know if I said crossbow or shot bolt, but shotgun, shot bolt. And they do typically, if you're fighting a compound like Darrow, he will typically try to stay in the woods. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not like very far back, like sniper or something like that, or a marksman or Deadeye, but he's in the woods just kind of like picking shots. But then when it's time to rush, he's like at the forefront. And it's like every player that does that plays this skin. So it's a B. I know it's going to be hot and heavy when the penitent enters the compound. You get a B. Daughter of Decay, or the Owl Chick, as a person who's played World of Warcraft, and my favorite class is Druid, specifically Balance. We call her the Moonkin, or Owl Chick. Intimidation is D. She's maybe even an F. I think this is an F. This is an F. I'm not saying it's not cool, but intimidating is an F. She's typically in new players' hands. New players really like her because maybe it's going to be camo or something. But I don't know, man. Daughter of Decay, Owl Chicks are typically very easy to kill. Maybe it's the way the skin is, and it's easy to see maybe, but I don't know. Owl Lady is always just, again, it's a easy skin to kill. It's not intimidating at all. In fact, when I see it, I'm like, oh, okay. We got nothing to worry about. It's the Owl Lady. So it's an F. Private Eye. This is another one of those 5-6 star skins, man. This is an A tier skin. In terms of intimidation. Why people play it, I don't know. But they play it, and I swear to God, they are almost godlike. When I hear it's a Private Eye call out, the Private Eye female call out, it's like, frick, what are they going to do? They're always rotating. They always have the jump on you. They're always swinging you first. I mean, Private Eye is an A tier intimidation. It's going to be a rough fight that's going to probably come down to a 1v1 or them just 1v3ing your whole entire team. So that's an A. It's not near Luzmala. Luzmala is on a S tier is a different dimension, but she's an A. The Prescient. Man. The Prescient is hardly ever run, it seems. I don't think it's the greatest skin. I don't think it's like really cool or nothing. This one is another one of those. It's a C. Again, unfortunately, when a good player has it, they're going to play really, really well. If a bad player has it, it's not a bad, but like a not so good player has it, they're not going to play very, very good. So, there's never like middle of the pack players playing this skin just averagely, you know. It's not like averagely intimidating. So it's, I don't know, maybe again I'll have to put it in a C. It's a C. It's a really middle of the pack intimidation, because it can go if I find out that they're missing their shots a lot, easy fight. If I feel like they're hitting their shots a lot and I'm dying a lot and getting rezzed a lot, it's freaking, really good player. See. Hawkshaw Jack. And I've just realized it's Hawkshaw, not Hackshaw. Hawkshaw Jack. Man, what do we say about you, boy? Come on down to Louisiana from New York. I tell you what. Hawkshaw Jack is stoic. Very stoic. But he's an F. Not really intimidating. The female is different. It's weird. But Hawkshaw Jack, yeah. He's an F. I don't know what else to say. He's an F. Spirited. I've only ever gone against one Spirited, and he was such an easy kill. I feel like the Spirited is a meme. He's the skin itself is like a C, but like intimidation is an F. This thing is like it's like a free hunter with a skinflint hat. It's not intimidating, but it's not like, it's not like bad, but it's an F. Sergeant Bridgewater. Sergeant Bridgewater, he was a skin that used to be ran a lot. I feel like a lot of people really, really liked Bridgewater for a long time until, I don't know, something else has come into the game and they just dropped him. They just dropped him like a pile of bricks. Sergeant Bridgewater is a strong, it's a strong B. It's a weird, actually, it's like a A or a B. People that use it are always great. They're great players, so I always know, like, okay, they're running Bridgewater. This is gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a long one too. Typically, actually, no, take that back. It's usually very, very fast, or it is long, drawn out. It's never like a, never really a middle of the pack type of gunfight. The Bridgewaters typically also, they get rezzed a lot. Like if you're playing trios or duos, of course, they go down and they're getting, maybe you kill two people out of the three in the trio, the guy runs away, you give up on the fight, you run away. He's always back up in your face. So actually, I'll give Bridgewater an A. He's going in the A tier. He's a very intimidating skin. Every time it's a Bridgewater, like I said, this guy is always landing his shots, and you have to do some really good rotates in order to kind of get the win in the gunfight. Bridgewater, you get an A. Dire Wolf. Doesn't get really ran anymore. He's just like Bridgewater. Does not get ran much anymore. When he was played a lot, I think he was played along with the Lonely Howl a lot. But again, he's not ever really played. He was a B in my book. But again, nobody really plays him. For 900 blood bonds, you save up 1,000 for something else. I mean, I don't know. It's up to you, but I think it's a cool skin. I really do. I wish I had it, and I would play it, but I don't. But I'm going to put you in the B tier because I know going against you, you're typically good with people who like to play not ratty, but like sniperish, or crossbows. They're really good with this guy. So for some reason, people who play like snipers and crossbows get really drawn to certain skins. So you're a B. Luna Wolf. I go against her a lot. She's a D tier. She gets destroyed every single time we go against her. Yeah, she gets shots off. She typically plays Springfield. I always go against her when she's playing Springfield. People love the Springfield with her, I guess. Or Martinis. And I don't know, man. This is an easy skin to just walk all over. You're an F. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Cool skin. F tier. I'm sorry. F tier. I got to demote you all in like a second. F tier. Lonely Howl. Pretty much, I'm not going to say everyone's favorite skin, but, I mean, you're going against this guy, like, at least 5 times a night, right? Lonely Howl, man, you're a very middle of the pack type of skin. You're a C, and you're going to stay in that C tier. So I'm going to throw a C. If I can remember, I'm going to edit a C right up there for you. You're not necessarily in the best player hands. This is the first average skin. This guy right here. You're not in terribly good players' hands. You're not in the terribly worst player or any bad players' hands. You are right there in the middle of the pack. You're either biding your time and making rotates, or you're up in the gut of things and doing hit and runs. You're peeking windows and blowing up windows. You're a C, strong C. The Meridian Turncoat. You, sir, are an S tier skin. This is our second S tier intimidation. This guy, the Meridian Turncoat. Anytime this thing is played, I swear, just like the Mala, they have people who play Turncoat have a different perception of the game. I don't know if I ranked this the same last time, but here we are in 2024. We've had so much time. We've had new players enter the ring. The Turncoat, I swear, anyone who touches this thing and plays this thing, when I hear a Turncoat call out, oh my God, it's gonna be a game. This guy's playing trios and he's doing all the damage. He's doing 0 reses, but still dropping your teammates and you. He's doing crazy things, he's throwing dynamite bundles in through cracks in the walls, cracks in the roofs. I mean, Turncoat, I don't know what it is. It's like people who play Turncoat just boom, the frickin' 9th wonder of the world. Just, I swear. S tier, Turncoat. Extremely intimidating. I know it's going to be a bad fight for me, and I'm going to typically lose it. It's just like the Mala. I typically lose to the Mala. That's what I'll say. S tier is like ones that I know I'm pretty much going to lose to. That's what it is. Turncoat. Yeah, I'm gonna lose to you. The Witch Hunter. I'm pretty sure I said this about in the very last Intimidation tier list. Salem. We just call her Salem. S tier is another one. I'm going to lose if I go against the Salem. Salem they are running Spectre shotgun, and they are jumping around. They're hitting you, jumping around a corner. They'll wait 2 seconds for you to turn that corner. If not, they're right back in your face. They're extremely aggressive players. Their shots are pinpoint accurate no matter what. They're typically wall banging you. I mean, this skin, just like Luzmala and the Meridian Turncoat, bring out a different breed of Hunt Showdown players. I don't know what it is, and this is just as good as it looks just as good as a free hunter in my opinion. But man, if you're playing Salem out there, you're an S tier. You're an S tier. Salem is S. I'm gonna lose to you. Gunslinger. Another middle of the pack. You are a C tier. With Gunslinger, it goes either way. Typically, it goes our way. She'll do a lot of damage. She'll get a lot of kills off on your team, force you to do a lot of reses, I've noticed. So I know, like, okay, we got a Gunslinger. This goes for one other skin, and I'm not going to say it yet, but it's going to be close to this skin. But hold on a second. But yeah, it's a C, middle of the pack. It's gonna go either way, but 8 times, 7 times out of 10, it's gonna go our way. So C tier. Sophia. F. It's hardly ever played. Hardly ever see it. When I do see it, we're pretty much bending her over on our knee and just taking names. It's an F. I'm sorry. Sorry for you Sophia players. It's F. I call it the Tech Wraith or just the Indian. Cool skin, but you are a bright yellow. Typically, players who play it are playing the bow, and it's a B. Like, I want to say it's an easy skin to hit. You can although you see it. I mean, the players that usually play Tech Wraith, I mean, I kill them more than I do lose to them, but they are still very intimidating. They are a B. Tech Wraith is B. Again, I don't know what it is, but Tech Wraith players, you guys, this skin, again, it's a weird feeling. Like, oh man, I gotta be on my toes. That's what it is. I gotta be on my toes playing against this skin, because it's like, as soon as you swap to their teammate, as soon as you make a bad rotate, they are going to punish you, and they will punish you. So this is a B, and very intimidating. Beast Hunter. I just died to this one just the other day, and he sniped me with a Vetterly Swamp Song. So whoever did that, I mean, kudos to you. But we killed him. I mean, he's big and bulky. He's quite easy to see. I haven't seen one like pretty much all year until just the other day. I think it was like last night that we fought this guy. So your intimidation, unfortunately, like, I don't know, man. It's like a D. It's like, it wasn't intimidated. You're playing a sniper, and we kind of just found out where you were and we killed you. But yeah, it's a D. I'm sorry. Prodigal Daughter. All right, y'all who play Prodigal Daughter, I know why you play her. She's almost like the headsman. But not quite. Prodigal Daughter is a really cool skin. I wanted it, never really picked it up. Went with some other skins instead. But Prodigal Daughter is like a B. They're typically running Martini or any type of Deadeye, Marksman, or Sniper, or Spectre. It's kind of like a weird feeling. They're quick to rotate. They'll go for reses when you're expecting a push, or they just know when to res. Like they got like this sixth sense for a res, right? So Prodigal Daughter players, this intimidation tier list, you guys landed a B. North Star. I think I've played against this twice ever. I don't know what I put it in my last tier list, but it's an F. Don't get me wrong, I've lost to it both times. I've played against it, but in the sense of intimidation, it was more like, when did that skin get in the game, or what skin is that? Like, I forgot it even exists. It's an F. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. It's a cool skin. I like it. The purple's very nice, like very, very nice. But it's an F. It's not intimidating at all. The Sovereign, sorry man, you get an F as well. I feel like I feel like if 5 and 6 star players started playing Sovereign way more, this would probably be an S tier. Like legit, it would be an S tier. But because of what I've gone against, I play 5-star lobbies, 6-star lobbies, and it's never really ran. Again, I don't think I've seen this one in a very long time. The last time I saw it was probably like 6 months ago. Maybe when I made the other tier list, it was the last time I really saw it. I don't know. I don't remember what I ranked. I don't remember any rankings from the last one. But yeah, this guy gets an F as well. I'm sorry. It's just not really intimidating at all. But it could be an S tier. I really genuinely think it could be an S tier. The Ronin. You are an F. I love this skin. Don't get me wrong. I want it. I really, really want it. But it's really cool. I think it's a sick skin. I got to do I got to do a tier list on just how cool these skins are. But intimidating? Nah. This yellow mask stands out like crazy in the bayou. Easy head popper. I mean, when I hear a Ronin call out, I know it's going to be an easy game, easy life. Sorry, man. You get an F. The Revenant. It's been trying to make a comeback. I got killed by it just the other day. But this guy is as bright as they come. F. And you just look like another white t-shirt hunter. You stand out like crazy. I know typically players that play it are memeing, and they really only buy it for the Codwell uppercut skin, which I don't blame them. Cool, one of the top 3, maybe top 5 coolest skins in the game. But Revenant, man, you get an F.